Hi guys, this is Srinivas Gattani. Today is 5th of March 2025, and today morning Indian time, President Trump made a huge speech addressing the US Congress, and it was more than a 2 hour long speech. And I read that he made a American record of the longest speech by a president ever addressing the US Congress. He talked about it was a packed house, by the way. All the representatives from Democrats as well as Republicans were there in attendance. They were people from the military, from all sorts of agencies. Everybody was up there. It was a packed house, and the speech was phenomenal. To be honest, it was a very emotional, breathtaking speech. The speech felt as he mentioned as well, that US is entering a golden era. The golden era has started with his election, him being elected as a 47th president. And he talked about a lot of topics. He talked about getting back the Panama Canal is one of the the biggest economic thing which he talked about. So he mentioned an American company is buying back the two ports of Panama, and Panama Canal is something which was built by the blood and sweat of the American workers. 38,000 American workers died while the creation of the Panama Canal. Um, and He said we built it for Panama, not China, and so we are getting it back. So the the thing is, BlackRock has made an offer yesterday to buy the two ports from a Hong Kong based company which is owned by Chinese government, it seems. So that's what he meant. So he talked about the Panama Canal. He talked about renaming of the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. He talked about the tariffs on Canada and Mexico, how this will be a winner in the long term. He talks about in future there will be reciprocal tariffs with all the countries across the globe, and he said that all the countries are charging a lot of tariffs on the goods produced out of America and imported into these countries. He particularly mentioned that the automobile industry in America has taken a major hit in the last 2 to 3 decades. And for example, India charges 100% tariffs on all foreign cars. We know that. So, and as a part of it, all American cars are also charged 100% tariff if they are not manufactured in India. So all the exports from America. So he talked about tariffs. He talked about the Panama Canal. He talked about putting people on Mars. He talked about creating abundance and prosperity like the likes of no one has seen before. And He did not mention anything about the crypto strategic reserve, which was discussed on his Truth Social handle on Sunday, and nothing about that economy. But it was all in all a very emotional speech. He talked about all the left agendas which have been out in open and for a very long time. All the woke agenda which he has squashed with some 100 plus executive orders and more, which he has done within like 1.5 months since he has been in office. So he has quashed almost all of them. And then he talked at length in detail about all kinds of US aid, which were wasting a huge amount of American taxpayer money, sending money to countries outside the US, and for random things which he listed diligently one by one. That and all these expenses had absolutely no sense from an American point of view, is what he clearly quoted. So, but the pitch is that the golden age of American manufacturing and probably crankshafting the American industries again is here, and all the talks which President Trump has been having is either around that or around the war in the Ukraine-Russia war. So he did mention that President Zelensky of Ukraine has written back to him after the embarrassing meeting which he had with at the Oval Office a few days ago, and he has written back to him that he wants to talk about peace, and he wants to have a clear understanding with President Trump to bring this war to a standstill, a stop. Um, so, in his US is a very big player, and President Trump is the president of America, and that makes him a very, very powerful person on the planet as of now. So, if he's opening arms to discuss peace again, and America is playing it very properly, should I say, because they know it's a very, very sensitive topic, and then they do not really want to make any small mistakes, but they are trying to have all sorts of tricks and tactics to find out exactly who thinks what, and so this is interesting. President Trump has invited him back, or at least have said that okay, they are ready to negotiate peace. Try to have it done properly. And then see, this is President Trump's ex handle. After the speech, he said, "We are going to renew the unlimited promise of the American dream. And every single day, we are going to stand up and fight, fight, fight for the country Americans believe in and for the country our people deserve." He also mentioned the 13th of July episode where he was shot at in Pennsylvania. So it is interesting to know that the amount of he has a absolutely strong memory, and he from every incident there is a story related to it, and then um, it is recorded in the books of history very properly, very diligently. So he has put up those three words, fight, 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 which he used at the same time when he was shot at in Pennsylvania on 13th of July. So let's see, where do we go from here. He also talked about putting up the American flag, planting an American flag on Mars and further beyond. And he said we'll create the greatest and most dominating civilization on this planet that this planet has ever seen. So these superlatives are really emotionally touching actually, and it really unites the people because he's at the moment he is talking about America, but America is pushing the frontiers of humanity. Like it is talking and making those attempts to become spacefaring for a very long time. Now they are talking about Mars, and then there is an actual uh, effort via SpaceX and NASA to get onto that promise. And America doesn't have any war threats at the moment until unless it chooses to get into the war situation. So it is very well positioned. They have a president in office who knows the situation, who wants to crank up the industries in America back on their feet after not doing much in the last 30 years or 40 years. And he has made very decisive actions. He wants to bring down all the regulations so that the industries can start functioning and be very, very productive and be very competitive across the globe. So he's bringing down regulations, increasing reciprocal tariffs across the globe, so that the rest of the countries in the world gets a message that America is here for competition. And he also talked about TSMC and other companies, Honda and other foreign companies who are started setting up factories back in America. These are the fast-moving companies, the big companies who see the change of times. They are the ones who read the tea leaves very fast, and they have already promised hundreds of billions of dollars to set up in America. So he mentioned about these investments coming back to America, and he is very appreciative about it. So this is a, as Elon has been talking about earlier, that this is a fork in the road. Actually, there's a change in how people see America from here on. So let me know about what you think about this video, and let's keep doing this for a while. Let's see how the change in America changes the world. Thank you so much.